So as you saw.
You guys want to stand on this side? Oh, okay. Since I'm recording it, I get to dictate what it looks like.
Ooh. Ready?
Ready?
All right. You have anything in particular? Just want a statement?
So real quick, can we get you to tell us your first
Sure,
and last
absolutely.
name
I'll go
and
through
your
the
title?
process. So Lonnie, Rash, Lonnie, Rash, R-E-S-H, Spokane County Fire District 8.
Okay. Do you want to lead off with the initial statement before we ask any questions?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll kind of give you the rundown of what happened here. So a little after 3 o'clock today, we were dispatched, the City of Spokane, or Spokane Valley Fire Department, Fire District 8, were jointly dispatched to the south side of the Dishman Hills here off of Cimmaron and about 44th in the South Valley. We found a working wildland fire that was difficult to gain access to immediately, but was producing a column. With that, DNR also responded. Once crews found that, we've determined that fire is approximately 15 to 20 acres right now. It did put up quite a column, and it's in heavy timber and very difficult terrain to get to. At the height of the fire, approximately 75 firefighters were on the ground here, as well as 25 units. Department of Natural Resources responded with crews as well as air assets. So currently on the fire, we're working about 3 air fire bosses. We're working a heavy tanker, which is putting down the retardant, as well as 2 Type 1 helicopters, which is getting those hot spots because of where it is located in the terrain, in that heavy underbrush and timbered area. At this point, there are level 1 and level 2 evacuations. Level 1 is get ready, level 2 is set. There are no level 3 evacuations for this fire, meaning there's no immediate need to evacuate your property or your animals. We just wanted folks to be aware of that. The fire right now is approximately 80% lined or wet lined around. Crews will be here for the next 24 to 48 hours, ensuring that there's nothing that pops out and that there's hot spots. But at this point, we are going to maintain the current evacuation levels, reevaluate that approximately 10 o'clock tonight.
Do you have any indication at this point how the fire may have started?
We really do not. At this point, it's too hot in there. The crews are still working. The Department of Natural Resources investigator has been called, and once it's safe to go in for them to look at it, they will make a full investigation and determination. So don't anticipate that happening for a while.
Were you seeing flames primarily on the ground, or were the flames getting up into the canopy as well?
The crews were reporting that they actually had a fire on the ground, which was moving moderate speeds. Luckily, we had no wind that was really pushing it. Some swirling winds, but nothing sustainable that we've seen in the last several days. So that helped us to keep this fire at a smaller acreage. So they did see single and group tree torching, meaning that it went from the ground certainly up into the trees. So absolutely yes. As well as we had some spotting, not large spotting, but spotting ahead of the fire, which is always a concern for us as we get those winds, even though there weren't. So yes.
Was the fire located near any trails?
Yeah, so this is actually on the south side of the Dishman Hills natural area. It abuts up next to the Spokane County Parks and Conservation area. So there are a lot of trails that go up there. The trails will start here at Cimmaron. There's a trailhead, goes across to the other side where we had crews on 25th and Glen Rose area, as well as it connects with the Rocks of Sharon and then north into the Dishman Hills. So yes.
Has it overlapped with any trails?
I can't answer that. My assumption is yes, but I don't have that specific.
Were there any homes or buildings that were threatened by the fire?
There were 10 homes that were under direct or immediate fire protection, meaning we sent a fire truck there, we evaluated the property, and then we either maintained a presence there or left because they had good fire protection around them, meaning that they had safe zones, that they had proper removal of trees, that type of stuff. But there were 10 that are currently being protected.
Okay, but none destroyed?
No, there are 0 outbuildings or primary structures that have been destroyed, and in fact they're still under that level 2. We just want to be very precautious in terms of getting to those where the fire could potentially go.
Do you know if there were any injuries associated with the fire?
At this time there are no injuries, either to firefighters or civilians, so no.
Obviously you said you're 80% contained. Do you have any kind of a forecast about when you think you'll have full containment on the fire?
always challenging. So 80% contained basically means that we've got a wet line around it. I wouldn't even say we have all the forward progress stopped. When you get into terrain like this, what you're doing is you're going to scrape some ground to make sure that you have an extended line so that it doesn't jump the line. But there are pockets of heavily forested underbrush and trees back there. So we'll have to cut through that and make some additional lines. So my prediction is I don't have one. It'll be probably, like I said, there'll be crews overnight, probably 48 to maybe 72 hours, and then we'll continue to check it, DNR will, for the next week or more. So.
I imagine you guys have posted the evacuation maps, which zones are going to.
Yeah, so I think there's a really good point here, and that is that the evacuation notices have gone out. You get that either through a wireless emergency alert, which comes from Spokane County Emergency Management, or there's a great resource at Shrek 911. It's an app in which you can download, and if you believe that there's a fire near or you see one, it'll actually real time, within a couple of minutes, give you what that evacuation notice is. And so you'll be able to look at that map live. I use that as a resource, and I know many of our command officers do as well. So it's a great piece for our community to understand there are resources for evacuations outside of just getting a phone call.
Is there any message you want to tell people who might be watching tonight, messages about preparing defensible areas, green spaces around their homes, or being careful with dragging chains or anything like that?
Yeah, so the first part is I want to thank our community for actually paying attention and heeding warnings a lot. Most of our community is very cognizant of the fire threat that occurs and are taking those precautions. But we want to encourage everybody to ensure that they do their part, and their part is to make sure that they're informed, that they're aware where fires are, and that we live through a fire season pretty much all summer. So putting space around your house, making sure you have evacuation, and heeding the warning to when evacuation level 3 go, you need to go. So.
Anything you feel like we missed? Anything else you want to add?
Mr. Erickson, anything we need to plug in?
We're still right in the middle of fire season.
Yeah.
We're getting to that point. People they get lulled into a false sense of security. Oh, it's going to start cooling down, even though we're going to get 90 degrees again. We are still dead center in the middle of fire season, and everybody needs to be very, very aware of that.
Yeah, I think that's a great message, is that even though we are into September, we have to remember that Firestorm in 91 did not occur until October and mid-October. So we are not done with fire season yet. We need to make sure with these above average temperatures that are coming out that people continue to be diligent as our students go back to school, as people are out in the community, but fire season is not done.
Especially considering the lack of precipitation that we've had for the last few months.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we had one small shot of it, which I think people did. It did lull people into a sense that, hey, we have got some moisture. That moisture did very little, if anything, to curtail the fire season for us. So our fuels are extremely dry, and as we see fall coming on, they're even drier as we go into this heat. Yeah, thank you. We good?
Yep.
Okay.
I know I thought it was over.
If you guys want to take a look, so here.
Me too.